it's not always an easy job. Look at the time that Jesus had sometimes with his 12 faculties, or his 12 disciples, trying to teach them and train them and discipline. He asked them once, you fellas stay here and pray while I go yonder and pray. And watch with me for 1 hour, and when he got back, they were asleep. Making disciples is an inside job that I must do. Mind discipline is an inside job that I must do. I want you to understand that. I'm coming back to St. Matthew, the 10th chapter, and the first verse in a few moments. Your mind functions must be disciplined. Your mind functions must be made disciple. If you do not discipline the functions of your mind, they will act like an unruly mob and keep your life messed up and confused. Let's put this in the first person so we will all know what our work is, and I'm going to help you to do this work over the next 12 sessions. I must discipline my mind. I must discipline my mind. I must discipline the functions of my mind. I must discipline the functions of my mind. I must make disciples of the functions of my mind. I must make disciples of the functions of my mind. You see, ladies and gentlemen, when you discipline the functions of your mind, when you make disciples of the functions of your mind, then they serve your good purposes. They serve your God purposes. But I've got news for you. If you do not discipline the functions of your mind, they will disserve you. Judas didn't get disciplined, and he disserved the Christ. He betrayed the Christ. Now, Judas has to be redeemed, and we're going to redeem Judas in the 12th session, because Judas represents that aspect of you that you do not discipline. Don't go pointing your finger at Judas. Judas is Y-O-U. In an undisciplined state. Every aspect of your mind that you neglect, either through willfulness or ignorance to discipline, will betray you, will betray the Christ. This is why I said a while ago, every event in the Bible represents some aspect of your psychology. Theologians, they never guessed this. They're talking about Judas. Judas went and hung himself. And never guessed that the Bible writer was trying to tell you that if you don't discipline your mind will hang you. It'll hang you. It'll worry you to death. Uh-oh. It'll irritate you to death. It'll aggravate you if you don't discipline it. So get your finger off of Judas now, and you've got to redeem him. There are some steps for making a disciple of an attribute of the mind. Steps for disciplining the mind. And here they are. The first step says what? Recognize. You must recognize the faculties of your mind, that they exist. A quotation from Reverend Ike. What you recognize, you energize. And you see, this recognizing the attributes of your mind is a part of the calling of the disciples.